Welcome to Explore. For some of you, this might be the first time you've thought about vocation. I hope it won't be the last. PLU has lots of places where you can explore your vocation. The university is set up around the concept.
Well, I think it's great that we have so many students who have taken this opportunity to be a part of the Explore Retreat experience. And the great thing about Explore is that it gives us this time away from campus and away from the busyness of our lives to what we sometimes say, pause and ponder about who we are as people, who we are in the world, and who we are as students at a liberal arts university.
I'm excited for all of you who participated in this year's Explore Retreat. This is my 7th retreat, and over the years it's been great to watch what students have done with this time here at the retreat and how it's affected their lives and their time at PLU.
As a first year, I came in and I had no idea what I wanted to do as my vocation, my career, but in coming to Explore and hearing other people's life stories, I realized that it's okay to have it be a journey, not necessarily a destination. So from that, I took courage to follow my own, and it's been an adventure ever since.
One of the best things about Explore is that it meets students where they're at. And one of the most difficult things about coming to college is that sense of, who am I now? Especially after you've come back from winter break and you go home and you think, man, I wish I was back at school. And so it's great to be able to come to Explore right when you get back and to be able to start thinking about, who is it that I want to be now that I'm truly a PLU student.
Explore, I think, is really cool because it's all about trying to find your vocation, and it's kind of defining what vocation even is. So for me, vocation is kind of like your calling and that one thing that really makes you tick, and that one thing that you're supposed to go out and do in life and that is really going to make you happy. And the thing about finding your calling, I feel, is that only you can decide, and no matter what anyone else tells you, at the end of the day, you have to be happy with what you do. And I think that Explore is all about taking the time to try and figure exactly what makes you tick and how to find that.
We have this notion of what we call vocation, simply means a calling, and we believe that everybody has a place in this world. They have a contribution to make to the common good of not only the communities in which they live, but in the world. And one of the ways that we hear that calling into the world is to take time like this at Explore to think about those things and to learn the tools that we can use in the future to reflect and hopefully to hear that calling.
My first hope for you is that you found some time to reflect during this retreat. Time is such a valuable part of our lives, and I hope that you've had time to reflect on yourself, on your first semester at PLU, and where you want your journey to go.
I really gained an idea of what I want to do in the future, and I think Explore allowed me to think that, there's a lot of places that need help in the world, or there's a lot of things that I could do, and so from Explore I gained a better sense of vocation and kind of what I would like to be.
Also, one of the things about vocation is that we see it as not only an opportunity for us to find our place in the world that brings us great joy and a sense of fulfillment in life, but it gives us the opportunity to fulfill the mission statement of the university that we live lives of service and leadership. And so vocation, while it is about us, always has this dimension that it's about service in the world and contributing to the common good so that we can leave this world a better place.
My second hope for you is that you've found some useful tools through this retreat, tools that you can use in the months ahead, and ones that will help you as you look at the opportunities that will be in front of you, the challenges that you'll face, and the decisions that you'll make.
I know that when I went to Explore my first year, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of my life period. I didn't really know. I came here thinking that I wanted to be a teacher because my parents had kind of always said that I was going to go to college to be a teacher. And it was one of those things where I came here and I was like, maybe that isn't what I want to do. So for me, it took a lot of work. It I mean, after Explore was done, I did a lot of thinking, and now I'm an English writing major, which is totally different than education.
Something that I love about Big Enough Questions is that those are the questions that wake you up at 2 o'clock in the morning. And at 2 o'clock in the morning, when you're in your first year of college, it's everything from, is anybody going to like me? Who's going to sit next to me in the UC? All the way to, what is my major going to be? And will I ever get a job? So one of the things that I love about Explore is that it helps you really begin to wrestle with those questions in a way that can help you make the most sense out of what you want to do during your time in college.
I just think it's really important for students to recognize that they're all unique individuals and are capable of doing so much for the world. And before they go out and explore, it's important to recognize that you have a lot of gifts and talents.
So my third hope for you is that you've found some companions for the journey ahead. Some students, some faculty and staff who in the future, if you need someone just to run an idea by or help them with a thought that you're processing, that they can be resources for you.
Whenever I go through difficult situations, I always find that it's best to talk to someone about it, whether it's a friend or a parent or like a counselor at school. I've always had a healthy relationship being able to talk to people and figure out, how can I solve my problems.
Something that I really like about Explore is that it's always ongoing. It doesn't just stop when you leave the retreat, because there's always going to be a new big enough question that comes up in life that you're going to have to answer. I'd say the one thing that you always need to remember is that your experience is only going to be what you make of it, and you only get to do it once. So if you only get to do it once, you should go out and make the most of it.
One of the things about being a college student is that when you first come to college, when we would say to you, where are you from? Each of you would answer something like, I'm from Bremerton, or I'm from Eatonville, or I'm from Seattle. Now when we ask you, where are you from? You say things like, I'm from Tingelstad, I'm from Tacoma, I'm from Ordal, I'm from Steuben. And that shift in your identity of who you think you are and what you're becoming is really exciting. And Explore is a wonderful time, an opportunity, and a gift for you to be able to sit back and ask some of those questions so that you can best figure out who you want to be during your time at PLU.